Namaste, beloveds. Thank you for joining us in this devotion to the truth of divine being. The focus on the light of being first, above all else. The light within, the light we share. The light that nothing of this world can change or touch. And really how heaven celebrates this joining. Because we're celebrating ourselves as we truly are, outside of the idea of what we thought we are or were. Yes, Annie?
Is anyone else getting feedback? Well, it's not feedback, it's like
How's that?
That's better, yeah, thanks, Dal.
Yes, thank you, beloved, that's so helpful when we get feedback. Okay. Yes. Yeah, the infinite light that we are. This is the celebration every day. It's so valuable. I see that these light circles have been so helpful to help me remember or no longer choose to forget that the light is always here. Memory is a decision to forget. The Son of God forgot to laugh, meaning there's a choice to forget. Infinite love, the light that we come to share, has no memory, no images before it.
I can't hear anything.
Yeah, we have to, thank you. We have to remember to unmute ourselves because when the internet goes off, the mute comes on. So just point your ear, okay? If it happens again, it'll turn on the mute and then no one can hear anything. Yeah, beautifully. I was just saying how one thought of joining. Where in this world do beings talk about being joined? When the whole world's made to prove that we're separate. Yet we come here to focus on the light within. The greatest power that exists is infinite light. And yet we come every day. This is the prayer of celebration in honor. And I was just recording for tomorrow because tomorrow's the close on the property. I think most of you know that. A devotional center devoted to joining in light. Great is that? And, he's talking about this holy half an hour given him will be returned to you in terms of years for every second. power to save the world eons more quickly for your thanks to him. And this is the investment in our true identity rather than an investment of a false identity, an idea that we can be separate from our Lord. It's coming to mind Jesus and St. Peter. And when Peter goes up to Jesus and says, "Oh no, my Lord, I will never deny you." This is the whole Course of Miracles right here. Just realized, right? Because he goes up to Jesus and he says, "I'll never deny you." And Jesus knows, right? It's like, before the cock crows 3 times, you will have denied, before the cock crows, you'll deny me 3 times. And then I was thinking about that, realizing I will deny him 100,000 times, 1,000,000 times. Yeah, he's always there. 1,000,000,000 times. Yet every second given over to what cannot be denied denies the denial. The thought of joining, coming together, focusing on the light, saying, "Okay, Jesus, tell me where the denials are." And I also saw for myself that he's not kind to the sense of personal identity. He doesn't make it real, but he doesn't, once we've asked him for help, he's not going to organize things the way the ego wants it to be organized. It's quite the opposite. Because now we've called to our higher self and starting to open for all that rage to rip. And as it comes up, then the forgetting again, forgetting that we called, because we can't deny ourselves anymore. Infinite light, the light that's here. And it's so helpful to stay together, holding each other's hands when all that fire moves, seemingly fire. It's just merely letting the things that have held this world, ourselves as an object in this world, the denials come up. And it can seem like a dark fire. That's why this training he's giving us to really focus on the light first. And remember, wait a minute. No matter what's arising, no matter how pissed off we are, how matter, atomic bomb, when we go inside and we look at the light, is the light still here? In our direct experience as light beings, because that's really what the ego doesn't want to see. Its whole structure is to block that infinite light, the light that we come together to celebrate in inquiry. What's truly here? I am not a body, I am free. What am I? What's truly here? Is what's here an object? This is the inquiry, the most valuable inquiry, the most valuable question. The ego asks questions like how, why, when, why me? And the spirit asks the question, what's it for? What am I? What's the purpose? The purpose is to have the answer come from within to what am I? Am I an object? So we can go in and see, is there truly an object here staring out at the world? Or is there only infinite light? So today we And Jesus speaks to all of us of the love that we are. He's just saying, you've been dancing with the devil so long, and then saying that you don't like the devil. That dancing with the devil, as it starts to rise up to see the desire, then it gets projected out. I can remember really being mad at Jesus, just shaking my hand. Ass, whatever. I don't think I ever called him asshole, but probably fuck you. I probably said that a few times. And you start seeing, and I've told this story before, because I heard that from Jesus. It was a surprise. You need to say fuck you more. What? What are you talking about? Spiritual beings don't say fuck you. That as soon as I saw it, it was such a value, follow Jesus. He doesn't have the rules of this world about things. That's the other thing. It's so valuable. But as soon as I said fuck you, I just looked at it and I go, wait a minute, who am I saying fuck you to? Fuck you doesn't go out that way. There's no one for it to go out to. So it's a boomerang. It comes here. It comes here. There's nothing for it to go out to. So that's an idea that it can be sent out and that someone else is out there that gets it. When it's just the boomerang of suffering. The boomerang of self-inflicted pain. Like we want to get rid of it, but it can't. And sometimes it's hard to remember that we have to look at these things. Even though it can seem like ripping and burning. Jesus says it isn't necessary for it to be that way because we're divine beings. So we could immediately just choose, I'm a divine being. None of this is true. That's how powerful we are. It seems within consciousness as these things start coming up. What I'd say about it, if it goes out into projection, takes a while to see this sometimes, but if it goes out and seemingly is about something in form or about Jesus or about anything, the opportunity is missed to see that it's an investment in the dream. I mean, it can play like that in consciousness because the light is unimpacted. Infinite light's not impacted. We can get as mad as we want. That can arise. But the only one, quote unquote, that's experiencing it goes this way because it's desired experience. I desire. So the fastest means to go, okay, I desire an experience for anger. I desire experience to be mad at Jesus. And that is just the fastest way to see the desire. That's what he's giving us in this book. And to support each other when the fire starts coming out, to really go quickly unto God. But we really don't want to. I can see that. Like, we don't want to. I don't want to see all this. So kind of that half in and out is really painful. Jesus, is there a desire below my level of awareness to really withhold what you're teaching me about desire from myself? If you are, he'll tell you. Jesus, how am I denied? How did I deny myself heaven, infinite light and love today? Is there anything I need to see? How did I cast myself out into hell today? I'm willing to see it with the divine light of my brother standing next to me, reminding me that you're next to me, holding my hand. And we all can notice, I can see how these repetitive patterns keep playing out. Like it seems to be about the brother that's right in front of me, or that if when we really look, we can see, wait a minute, that pattern appeared in childhood, then it appeared in grammar school, then it appeared again in high school, it appeared again in college, it appeared again in my first job, it appeared again, and then I got rid of that job. I did that for sure. I kept moving jobs. Must be something wrong with these people. Then the pattern comes again. Next. Like I could see it. It's like, oh my gosh. And then the eons of dreaming. So as Jesus was, was asking him to show me, okay, show me some of these patterns in the subconscious mind. And he was showing me some past lives. Doesn't have to happen for every being. I'm just saying how it showed up here. It's coming up, so I guess it's helpful for me to express this. And he's showing different lives, and I could see, and that was so helpful actually, because I could see here's the pattern of victim, and the next life victimizer. It's like the rotation cycle of desire, of dreaming, this one dream after another. And we came to one where I realized that whatever this dream, however it worked, I don't know how it works in consciousness. None of it's true. It's just symbols of symbols of symbols of, but helpful. Here, I was a Pharisee. And I could literally feel the energy of wanting Jesus's body dead. Want it. That's pretty symbolic, whether it happened or not. It's the whole story, isn't it? Like, kill that body, kill it. Wanted him to go away. Then I see that, okay, that repeats. Go away. I just want to kill it. Want that body dead. And so I did have a talk with Jesus about that. It was beautiful, actually, because I could see that there could be some like guilt around that, like being involved with killing Jesus. So supposedly, however that works in consciousness, like we're innocent, but these are the movements, the way consciousness plays to feel like it did something wrong. And Jesus said, everyone plays a role. He played a role. So we keep coming back. I'm seeing it, playing the role, dancing with the devil, and saying, Jesus, why are you doing this to me? Or God, why are you doing this to me? I've asked that question many times myself. But I could see now that the only salvation is admitting I'm doing it to myself. This is choice. And yeah. And as we're doing that, really looking at these things come up and going, I'm choosing this, I'm choosing this. It's so powerful. It's been so helpful with Jesus. For here, I can just express that. Because now it becomes more like laughter when I ask him something. Jesus, do I still believe that? Yep. Do I still have that desire? Yep. And then it's really I do feel more of a happy learner. Everything he's promised. And I see the power now, how helpful it is, how the lesson is to let his voice speak through this body. And I could see the whole back from that. Like not want, well, all the ideas about, am I really hearing him, or or no, I don't want to have anything to do with Jesus because what will other people think of me? You know, the whole thing, the whole storified. But now I see for all of us, it's not only, it's part of the required course, actually. Because as you those words move through you, and maybe it won't come out of your mouth like it's coming out here. I can't really say. I can just say for here. I realized today I was doing the lesson for tomorrow because we'll be at the close of the property. I could just feel the energetic move on this. Like the abject happiness is that to speak from that undivided, pure, infinite being as that, like not for anyone. It's not for anyone. There's no one. You start to see the light. There's no one out there. It's just the celebration. It's gratitude pouring out like this for everything God's given, like in its infinite expression of happiness. It's full acceptance of everything that the Father has given us, to accept this function that we're given to celebrate this course and celebrate our divine being together like this. Not for anyone, just because it's the celebration, or for an other, because we're so used to that. Who's it for and what are they going to think and all that. It's just for the pure resonant of pure happiness, pure being, just expressing everything God has given. And we let that pour through when we're like, I see the power in it. And I see the reflections in the beings that come around about it, that our only function is this infinite being expressing, not for any reason, just because the Father gives us everything and it pours out from us. Happiness and joy in that. And that we can be, I just said to Jesus, like, Jesus, can we really be happy asking you about all this? He's saying, yes. You can celebrate total joy and be going, okay, what else do I need to see? And laughter with him. This is definitely a new way of looking. It's not bypassing anything spiritually. Some would say it is. It can't be. It's infinite being in true union, communication. So this is like the happy wake-up call from Jesus going, just look with me. Make it really simple. If there's any judgment, you're judging yourself. You can give that over to me too. That's what he says. And know that I'm with you. He's just saying to all of us, it's a helpful reminder for me too, give it over quick. Don't hold it, even though we want to sometimes, like, oh God, I don't want that, Jesus. I see I want it. But it's just self-torture. He's just reminding us it's speedy because we're powerful beings. And I thank him for it. And I thank all of you for it. For reminding me when I'm denying myself all the gifts that you're bringing to me. As myself. So thank you for tonight, and we'll keep you posted on we're going to keep zooming these out at 7 p.m. Tomorrow night will be the first time at the we call it a monastery. So hopefully the internet will be there and we get to, because you're us. You're with us. Actually, there's like, I feel you, whether you're in Australia or wherever you are, I feel you with us. because the devotion to being is just a resonance in all of us. So we hope to see you tomorrow night. Feels good. If you care, your heart gets called. And I'll just mention, most of you don't join on the early morning ones, but I'll just say that the morning ones are going to shift to 8:30 a.m. to support the monastery, the beings that are going in there. Together, there's 6 of us. You can see a couple more. You guys want to wave? They can see. And Judith too is coming. Elaine and Anya. So yeah, it's just a great. I just thank Jesus for this. To be with these beings that are so devoted, like every night, to come together with you. Thank you. Feels like we'll end in silence tonight. But we're always happy to hear from you. You're dearly loved. Thank you.